Hey everyone, I wanted to do something slightly different with this video because usually I am talking about awesome stuff that I've done. Note to self, don't knock my arm that's holding the camera. But today I'm going to tell you about something on Instagram that I've been doing, and I've just realised that I've kind of not wasted my time, but I reckon if I could go back and change this from the very beginning of starting this page and my other pages, I would definitely add in this. And it's a little tip to do with Instagram stories. Now, I am a massive fan of Instagram stories. I think they're the future. I think for engagement purposes, they're an amazing way of getting new followers. I have found that by adding in hashtags, I just use one or two hashtags in my Instagram stories, but they tend to show up on that hashtag story a lot longer and more frequently than if you were to use the bigger hashtags in your post. So I have been speaking a lot about how when you're using hashtags, you should have a strategy, and that when you're starting out, you need smaller hashtags, with smaller amounts of posts attached to them. Because if you type in hashtag Instagram, for example, with millions and millions and millions of posts, you're also just going to get lost in the noise, and it's not going to get shown on the explore page. It's not going to get discovered, and it's really going to almost be a waste of a hashtag. However, if you use a bigger hashtag in your stories, you do tend to get discovered a lot more. And what I have certainly noticed, because when you're actually looking at your own stories, if you swipe up, you'll get all the insights into your story and what it actually, who's seen it, how many people have seen it, what actions they've taken. And I quite a lot of the time I put actions in my stories. So I'll put, things like polls or questions. And these hashtags are something that people can click on as well, and get through to the hashtag page, if you like. That's something that you can follow as well. But what I've noticed is that when these are getting discovered, this isn't really adding too much in terms of people view. Like it shows not that many people actually taking action to view my page. And I kind of thought about this, and then what I started to do was actually, for the first time, actually start looking at some of the stories that are on the hashtag pages. And I thought to myself, oh, that looks interesting. Pressed it. Doesn't go through to the person's page. So something really interesting could come up, and it's even got their name at the top. And when you're clicking on it, it's just going back and forth, back and forth. It's impossible. I'm finding it very difficult. It might not be impossible, but I'm finding it very difficult to actually click on that person's page and then comment on their story or whatever it might be. So I thought, well, hang on a second. I've got to put my own handle or my own mention on my story, so people, when they discover it with using the hashtags that I'm using so that they can discover it, they can actually click on my page. So that was a bit of an epiphany moment where I suddenly thought, wow, I haven't been doing this. If I could go back, how many more followers, how much more engagement, how many more people would have seen my posts if I'd just done that one thing. It's insane. So let me know, give it a go. Try it out. Let me know how it works for you. I'm loving all this Instagram knowledge that I'm consuming at the moment. My pages, I've got 2 niche pages that are growing really well. The one that I started in April is going great guns. We're up to nearly 3,500 followers now, which is amazing. So I'm going to start looking at strategies to monetize that soon, which I'll pass on to you guys. The other one, which I was posting about on my stories last week, that's doing really well as well. I'm trying to get that to 1,000 by the end of the week. I think I'm going to fall short because I'm having a bit of a lull at the moment, but I am pushing that. And if I got to 750, I think I'd still be pretty happy. 750 in my first week, basically, of doing it. So that's awesome. So look, I'm going to keep passing on my knowledge. I think Instagram is an amazing tool. Look, other platforms, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, these are all other awesome, LinkedIn, all other amazing platforms to use for business, for personal branding. But I think at the moment, Instagram is the balance between being new enough to get noticed, and old enough where there's enough people on there to get to be noticed by. And I think there's a lot of strategy out there. The algorithm's not making it as easy as it once was, but you can learn. There still are strategies, and I will be. I'm in the process of putting down on paper a lot of the ideas and strategies that I've learned in the past few months that have allowed me to start these pages and grow relatively rapidly, because I think that's a lot of stuff. There's so many people out there that have got 100,000 followers, 500,000 followers, a million followers, and they're talking to people that are just starting out. I've just started out, and I'm living proof that it can be done relatively quickly. So I wanted to put that down on paper, get that into some kind of guide format that you guys can take a look at. So I will be looking to do that soon. As you can tell, I'm lying down on my sofa. It's because I'm knackered. I'm not very well. So I'm going to go to bed very shortly, which is early for me. So I'm going to sign out and say, keep using stories. Any tips you've got on Instagram, please DM me. I can't wait to hear about them. And if any of you want to chat Instagram, just DM me. I'll give you my number. We'll chat. Catch you later, guys. Bye.